Ty, the stream is live now. I'm going to make you host again.
Okay, I'm back. I will make you co-host. Looks like we're good.
Thank you.
You know, Kevin, your English has no accent to me at all.
Like it's not clear to you?
No, it's very clear. I'm saying I hear no accent. It's like you could have grown up down the street from me.
Thank you so much. Plenty of people joining in today.
Hi, people. Welcome. You've got Ty and you've got Kevin with you today. Kevin is your TA for any technical questions. Hey, Twee, I see you got your name straightened out. Congratulations.
I know, a surprise.
So cool. So cool.
I wish it should stay like that all the time.
Maybe it will. Maybe it will.
Well, yesterday I've been kicked out for twice.
Really?
Yes.
So sorry to hear that.
Somehow this in the camera of the house. Is this something wrong? And she out and she kicked me out too. I cannot sign in.
Oh, I tried to get into a class 2 days ago and they didn't let me in from the waiting room.
Oh.
And I went, I'm sitting there going, but I'm one of you. Let me.
That happened to me yesterday trying to get into your class.
These are bumps in the road, but the road will clear up. We're just going through a little bit of growing pains while we deal with the little security issue. So please be patient with us.
I have a question. It's Pat. Hi.
Hi, Pat.
Ty, for the following the next few Saturdays, have you changed your time from 11:30 to? It looks like. I'm sorry. Is it Saturday or Sunday? Is it one day in the weekends that are coming that you've switched times around?
Not to my knowledge, but there's been some added times.
Okay, because I can't remember with Saturday or Sunday. I was trying to book, for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And it wasn't at the same time as it is today, but I'll continue looking.
Well, I wasn't aware of that, but I haven't looked closely at the future schedule, so I could be wrong. If there's some time at the end of class, we'll take a look together.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Let's, in that case, let's get busy so that we don't waste any time. I'm going to share screen and get through some. Now, I know I prepped my slides. Why did they disappear on me? 1 second, please. Oh, I know why, because I had to log in. Okay. Let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's get some slides going. Let's talk. For any of you who haven't been with me before, my name is Ty, and I'm here today with you to lead you through something called Tai Chi Shibashi, or 18 moves for health. I live in Central Florida. I'm educated in biology, psychology, computer science, but I'm retired now. My last part of my career was as a consultant traveling around teaching people how to use their computers better and at medical centers. In my retirement, I took my practice and my studies to teach Kundalini Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Tai Chi, and Therapeutic Qigong. And I'm here to share that experience with you. But today, I'm going to be guiding you and helping you in a Tai Chi practice, or basically 18 exercises or movements to become healthier. Now, Get Set Up is our platform, and they're doing a great job. As I mentioned just a minute ago, we're going through a few bumps because we've had a couple of bad actors, but we're trying to weed them out and filter them. And if you guys will have patience with us, we will get through this together. But on Get Set Up, we learn together. It's seniors guiding seniors. Now for this class, since it's a movement class, ideally I can see you so that I can feed off of what you're doing. I can learn from what you are doing so I know what to guide you through next. But if you don't want to turn on your video, that's totally fine. I'd rather have you here without the video than not show up. So please, but maybe you'll get comfortable in the future and turn your video on. There will be a recording of class. Kevin has arranged that, and you can email help@getsetup.io after the class and ask for that recording. And then you can practice Shibashi between classes. If you didn't make it in today, because the class did book up, and you're here through live stream, I'm so glad you made it in. Welcome. We love having you come through live stream. But the best way is to look at future classes and try to book one and actually join us in the class if you can. So look out. We have 2 weeks of schedule available right now. So see if you can book something there. And remember, Get Set Up is not a we don't market. There is no, Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific products. Check with your doctor. I'm expecting that you have permission from your doctor to do a movement practice because you know what limits to honor, and you will honor those in class. That is your first rule. Do nothing that your doctor told you not to do, and then listen to your body and honor and do what your body says to do, and then listen to me. If your doctor has given you any recommendation, doesn't matter what it is, follow it. Doctor's advice is rule number 1. Shibashi is a gentle, mindful movement sequence. We all can do it. You can do it seated or standing. Shibashi means 18 in Chinese because it's 18 easy to do exercises that moves every part of our body. We do them slowly, gently, but deliberately in a certain order. We do it together. All the movement is coordinated with your breath because the breath is a pattern that serves you best. So move with your breath. There's very little or almost no movement of the feet. I think we have 3 exercises where we step a foot forward. That's it. That's why it's so great for seated. It's suitable for all ages because of the nature of the practice. Now, there are modifications you can make. You can do fewer repetitions. If I do 6 or 10 of something, you're welcome to bring that number down and do fewer, or do it slower, or maybe don't do it as far. Don't reach as far. So modify it to fit your needs because you want to be able to do the whole practice. It's best to try to do all 18 exercises, even if you back off a little. Lots of benefits. Works to improve the immune system, increase oxygen intake, strengthen the bones, muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Hey, it helps us to improve balance. That's a big deal to me. Also, flexibility. I want to make sure I'm flexible as I get older. Improving reaction times. Moving improves your reaction times. Pretty simple formula there. And overall, this helps us with stress relief. It also brings down blood pressure, might even slow down your heartbeat a little bit. And moving like this, gentle movement, brings out toxins from the body. It helps the lymphatic system get that waste from your body. So overall, gentle movement helps us in so many ways. And there's certain aspects of the body that actually do not work if we don't move. So just a quick history. Tai Chi is ancient. It's thousands of years old. But Shibashi isn't that old. It was actually created by a Professor Sheng from China about 40 years ago, I think. He wanted to come up with a practice that combines Qigong and Tai Chi, some of the benefits of both, to produce a therapeutic sequence. So think of this as a therapeutic sequence using great aspects of Qigong and Tai Chi. It got so popular that there's now over 10 million people worldwide practicing these movements. You'll sometimes see groups in parks doing it together. Let's see, the body moves together slowly and continuously and harmoniously. The slowly part's very important. Hang on just a minute. I'm going to make a change there. The head and the eyes move gently with the hand's movement. So let the eyes follow the hand. Inhale through your nose, gently exhale through the mouth, not absolute. If you want to inhale through the nose or inhale and exhale through the mouth, go right ahead. But allow your breathing to be soft and continuous, not forced. Let the breathing set your rhythm. Maybe that will set the pace of how fast you move. Don't hold your breath. It's very simple very easy to fall into the pattern of when I'm moving and concentrating, I hold my breath. Don't do that. If you catch yourself holding your breath, just remind yourself, don't do that. Keep the breath as natural as you can. We're focusing on getting to a state of tranquility. As you learn any new movement practice, be it Tai Chi or Tai Chi Shibashi, you're focused on what am I moving? What is Tai moving now? What should I be doing? But over time, you start learning it and you quickly start doing it without so focused on the mechanics, and your mind starts relaxing and you can actually move into a state of tranquility, a meditative movement. Try to keep a happy state of mind. There's something we call inner smile. So smile internally, even if you're not smiling in the mouth. And your smile internally can just be handled totally through your eyes. Smile with your eyes. Okay, let's do some Shibashi. Come standing with me or stay seated or come standing with a chair handy, whatever serves you best. I have the wall near me that I use if I need to touch it for balance, but a chair works beautifully. I hope you wore loose fitting clothes. If not, for the next session, please do. Comfortable shoes. I'm going to be wearing tennis shoes. Maybe you have some other clean, comfortable shoes. I don't recommend leather, and I don't recommend barefoot. But if you're well balanced barefoot, and that's what's comfortable for you, or you really are comfortable in your leather shoes, do so. I'm just giving advice. And have water handy. Okay, with that being said, let's transition. Getting out of the slides, I'm going to turn on some music. Whether you're seated or you're standing, stand tall. Stretch the head up to the sky. And just gently start turning your head from left to right. Just a gentle head turn. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to spotlight myself so I'm front and center for you guys. If you want to take one ear down toward a shoulder and then take the other ear toward the shoulder. Gently. We're just warming up. Bring your hands to your chest and stand like Wonder Woman. I mean your hips, not your chest. Allow your chin to dip as you bring one ear up and then the other ear up. Nice. You might want to separate your feet to at least shoulder width and then extend your arms and flop those wrists. Soft elbows, soft knees. Bounce a little in the knees if you're comfortable doing that, but not extensively. Now, shake the wrist out and in. We're just loosening up. Out. Push it out. Push it away. Push it away. I always relate it to drying my hands when there's no paper towels. Little circles at the shoulder with your arms, keeping the elbows bent. Breathing all the time. Back. Rotate back. You don't have to do the soft knee bouncing. It's an option. Protect those knees. We want to strengthen them over time, but we don't want to do any damage. Now push the elbows out. You can go slower than me. If you're really energetic, you can go a little faster at the warm-ups. Pat toward the ground. Push energy down to the ground. Now push the energy away, out toward the walls. Breathe. If you get lightheaded, stop, sit down, reach up. Always be safe. Don't get more vigorous than you're ready for. Now, shake those hands, but this time rotate the torso to one side as you shake, and they'll rotate back. Rotate the torso. As far as you're comfortable, no further. Now back to front. Now, 1 foot forward, arms out, and twist the wrist like you're screwing in a light bulb. Let's take the other foot forward and do the same thing. Now, come back with your feet together and one elbow pumps down, the other elbow pumps down. Bring the other knee up at the same time. Now, bringing the foot up can be just lifting the heel up. You don't have to really raise the knee and foot off the floor unless you want to. Now start just straightening the leg. That's it. Keeping the elbows going, straighten the leg, tap the heel. Now start clapping the hands in the center. Now, 1 foot goes behind the other and the toe taps. Toe tap. Toe tap. Take an arm up. 1 foot's behind the other for a toe tap and swing an arm up. That's it. Now do the elbow pump instead. The feet do the same toe tap, but your elbow pumping. Now, same toe tap, but clap. Now, feet back in the center, little soft bouncing and bring the arms up and down, out and down. Little soft bouncing, not a big bounce, just a little soft bouncing to work the knees lightly. Now march. Again, the feet can just be lifting the heels. You can leave the toe on the floor and just lift the heels. Or you can bring the knees up, or you can bring them way up. You choose. Just don't overdo it. Stay within your comfort zone. Check your breath. If it's labored, you need to slow down. Now pause. Just stand in tall and allow your body to relax with soft knees. Again, your hips are basically your feet are basically shoulder width apart. And breathe. We call this Wuji Form. You just relax the whole body and breathe naturally. We're allowing the heartbeat to slow down a little before we start our 18 exercises. Yeah, that was just the warm-up, folks. I actually think the 18 exercises are easier than the warm-up. Raise the arms. We're just bring the hands up. The palms are facing down, soft elbows, soft wrists. And then it's like your hands are flowing up and down on an ocean wave. Inhale and exhale. Slight sink in the knees. Slight raise in the knees. Again, use the knees if you're comfortable, but don't wear them out. We have to build. All of us do. I don't want those knees aching later. And I bet neither do you. Breathe. The breath is very important. It's the most important part of the movement. However your breath flows, that's how you should flow the arms. Inhale up, exhale down. Now this time we're going to inhale up and we're going to continue the inhale as we open the arms. Open wide for the chest, exhale back. If that's too long of an inhale, break it up. Everything I say is just advice, not rule. You can inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Or if you're comfortable with a long inhale, inhale. Really push those shoulder blades back and exhale. Everything in Tai Chi is never done at your maximum. That's a bad phrase sentence. You always do less than your maximum. About 70% of your maximum. So don't reach 100%. Don't stretch 100%. Don't push 100%. Keep it relaxed. Your body should always be soft, slow, and comfortable movement. We're going to do paint a rainbow or dancing with rainbows, where you take one arm out shoulder from your shoulder with the palm up. The other arm comes overhead and that hand points to the same direction. This is painting a rainbow or dancing with rainbows, because then we bring the hands and reverse it. You can allow the eyes to follow the hand. Whichever way the hands are pointing, lean against the opposite foot. Following with your eyes is optional. You're going to get a little bit of a hip stretch in this one, but keep it gentle. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Whew, I got a yawn going. Sorry, folks. And exhale. I got plenty of sleep. I shouldn't be yawning. I like this one. It's a little soothing. Now, bring the hands down. You're going to cross at the wrist and then up. Bring the hands up to about the head level and then they separate. Palms down, sink in the knees, just the separating clouds. Up, inhale, exhale with separating clouds. It also just has a very simplistic name of circling arms, but I think separating clouds sounds a lot more colorful. You can just imagine that the air is thick around you, sort of fog-like, and it's pushing against your arms as you move slowly, and you're pushing to separate that fog or that cloud. It momentarily separates, then it comes back together, so you have to push again. Now, we're going to bring both hands out front as though you're holding a ball. One palm, the above palm is facing down, the lower one's facing up. You're going to take the upper hand and pull it back and twist the torso, bring the hand behind you, and then it goes up and swoops back in to go back where it started. Flip the hands. Take the upper arm, goes back. You can follow it with your head if you like, and it swoops back in. Remember, the movement is in the torso. Try to keep this out of the knees. You don't want to twist your knees. You want to twist the torso. And then only as far as you're comfortable. Row a boat is you drop both arms. Big circles at the shoulder. Arms go out and down. Little sinking there. Little rising. Inhale. I must say I have never rowed a boat like this in my life, but hey, hey, this is very ancient, so maybe they used to row boats this way. It's still very soothing. And look at the nice, gentle motion you're giving to the body. Any one of these exercises can be done as a moving meditation. Now, I want you to take one hand and swoop across the body with the palm up, palm down, it comes back. We take the other one, palm up, inhale, palm down, exhale. Oh. Twisting at the torso, not the knees. Oh. Balancing a ball. If you want to add a little flare when the hand is up, you can kind of give it a little wave as you turn the palm down. You can lift on the alternate heel as an option. Now let's do gaze at moon. Bring the hands together like you're holding a moon, and the hands go up together and you twist in the torso and then they come down. All movement is in the torso, not the knees. Up and then down. Gazing at the moon over the shoulder, I think, is the formal name. Of course, all these are translations. The raising and the lowering is with the knees, but the twisting is the torso. Now we're going to take one hand, take that palm and push to the side. Bring it back to the waist, and you'll take the other palm and push. It comes back to the waist as a closed fist. First palm push, turning the torso with it. Feet stay flat on the floor. No twisting in the knees. Push. Maybe you like to exhale on the push and inhale on the return. Or maybe you like to inhale on the push and exhale on the return. We're halfway through our 18. If you're getting winded or tired, take it easy so you can finish all 18. Don't overdo it. Anytime you get lightheaded or feel uncomfortable, take a break. Sit down, get a sip of water, whatever you need. We are not here to overdo anything. We're here just to do. Now you're going to take the upper hand and have it cross your chest with your palm towards you, and it's a little out from the body. The lower hand, the left, is what the one I've got here now, is closer to the body. And then I'm going to rotate the direction of the upper hand. And then I'm going to switch hands. Whichever upper hand is facing you is the direction you go. Playing with clouds. Switch hands each time and rotate. Feet stay flat on the floor. Turning is in the torso. One of the many different forms dealing with clouds that you'll hear from Tai Chi. So many different ones. Your eyes follow the palm and the upper hand. Breathe wherever you need to. Now, take one foot forward, doesn't matter which one, and you're going to lean into that foot. You're going to bend that knee, cross your hands at the wrist, and come up as though you're scooping it over your head and then back down. This is called scoop the sea. So you reach into the sea, scoop, and throw it up. Never letting the head go below the heart. You're going to start rocking, or you can start rocking. As you come back, you can bring that forward toe up. And as you go down, you can bring the back heel up. So you get this really nice rocking motion on the feet. Front toe up, back heel up. As long as you're in balance. If this is risky, don't do it. If you're seated, of course, just do the upper body motion. That's true of all these. Since the majority of the motion is upper body, Shibashi is ideal for a seated movement. Now switch feet. Let's do the other foot. Same rules or same guidance. As you scoop the C. Now let's switch feet again. Put the first foot back there, and we're going to do the same motion with the feet, but we're going to pull back and push the waves. Again, rocking on the feet. So we're back in the ocean again, and you're just using those palms to push the wave away from you. I tend to exhale as I push, inhale as I draw back. The weight goes to that forward foot. The heel, back heel comes up, and then the weight goes to the back foot, and the front toe goes up. Push the waves. I like this one. It's very soothing. Let's switch feet. Continue our push the waves. Now your feet do not have to be very far apart. This is not a big step. As in Tai Chi, we take small steps. Give into the rocking and it becomes very soothing. Remember, take breaks whenever you need to so that you can finish all 18. Of course, if it gets to be too much for you, don't finish. But if you pace yourself and go slowly, do the modifications I suggested, maybe you can make it through all 18, because all 18 means we've moved the entire body. Now, switch your feet back. Just go back first foot again. And you're going to do the rocking motion, but you're going to open up the arms at chest level and then close. This is dove spreading wings. So you're flying like a dove. Go back on the back foot, raise the front toe, weight to the front foot, lift the back heel in a rocking motion. If you're comfortable doing that. If you're not, keep both feet flat. Inhale as you open is the way I do it, and exhale as you close off the wings. You're always welcome to breathe in another pattern, but I like to share with you the way I breathe in case you like that pattern. Whatever pattern you have, let the movement follow that pattern. The tip is just to breathe. Don't hold your breath. That's actually one way to get lightheaded. Let's switch feet, and continue our dove spreading wings. If you can breathe into your belly, that is the preferred way instead of breathing into your chest, because you can get more air and more oxygen. That's an old yoga and Tai Chi trick. We call it belly breath, abdomen breath, diaphragmatic breathing. There's an old ancient term called, I don't want to say contradictory breathing, but there's an old term that means the breath that we're not used to doing, and it feels contradictory, but in reality, it's the best way to breathe. We just forget about it. We breathe that way as an infant and as a toddler, and then we grow up and we forget about it. Interesting little growth pattern there. Another one that can get very meditative. Now bring both feet back together. Bring your fist to your waist with the palms up. You're going to take one hand and turn the fist and push out, and then turn and come back in. Then the other hand, turn and push, turn and bring back. It's not a real punch. It's just moving that fist forward and then moving it back. I love the little twist. Push, pull, push, and pull. Push and pull. Push and pull. Now, feet stay together, but about shoulders width apart, and you bring the arms up. We're flying like a wild goose this time, and down. It's interesting how different birds fly. I never really thought about it. Flowing arms, rise up in the knees, inhale as the hands go up, and then sink in the knees. Unless your knees are tired, and then take it easy on the knees. Over time, these slight movements in the knees will strengthen your knees, as long as you don't injure in the process. But they'll get stronger, you'll get sturdier, get a little more flexible. We all will. We need to work our knees every day so that they stay viable as we mature. Sometimes it's like, oh, it aches, I don't want to move it. But that actually works against us, because then we can move it less tomorrow. Of course, there's always limits. The doctor says, no, that ache is there for a reason. You shouldn't move it. That takes priority. Now, both hands come together. They hang down like a rag doll, and then you just sweep up to one side and up. Big circle. We're rotating a wheel, our spinning wheels. Head never goes below heart. Doesn't matter which direction you're going. We'll reverse it after a couple. Head stays above heart to help keep us from getting lightheaded and to protect the lower back. Now the other way. Breathing. We really don't do any stretching in Tai Chi. Everything's done at such a gentle distance. Now, bring up one knee and then bring up the other. Now that can be just lifting your heel. And as you bring up one knee, bring up the other hand. And then let the knee come down before the hand and let the hand just sort of float down. It's called step and bouncing a ball. But yeah, your hand is sort of bouncing a ball while the knee is down. It's a little coordinated thing. Doesn't come easy the first time you do it. But once you get used to it, you're amazed how easy it is. But step only as high as you're comfortable. You don't have to have the knee coming up and touching your ears. Today, maybe you just raise the heel off the floor. Next class, maybe you raise the foot an inch or two. We grow and build together. Now, find your Wuji, feet about shoulder width apart, soft elbows, soft knees, soft everything. And you're going to bring your hands together, bring them out a little bit to about chest or shoulder level, and then you're using the palms to push energy down your spine. This is a closing motion, but it's also called pushing energy down to the earth, or pushing energy down the spine, or pushing energy down the chest. So you can just imagine that's what you're doing. You're grabbing energy from Mother Earth and lifting it up, bringing it together, and then pushing it down your spine back to Mother Earth. All energy comes from the universe. It comes into the earth. Both the universe and the earth share their energy with us. And that's what we're moving. Inhale and exhale. You don't have to believe in Qi to practice Tai Chi or even Qigong. All you have to do is follow the motions, and you can visualize. I'm grabbing energy and pushing it down. Whether I believe in Qi or not doesn't matter. I'm succeeding in my goal. Now, stand still. I didn't realize I left the chair in the way. And you're going to bring your hands together, basically at your belly button. We call that the Dantian. It's a cute phrase meaning energy center. The hand should be soft and rounded like you're holding a ball, an energy ball. And just stand there and breathe and see if you can visualize that energy ball swirling. Maybe you see energy jumping from finger to finger, from palm to palm, swirling in a beautiful, maybe emerald color or light blue or whatever color that sort of means something to you. And then bring your awareness right there into the center of the ball. You're right there in the middle of the ball between your palms, and you're just sensing all the energy around you. As you breathe, you notice the energy pulsing. Maybe you like to pulse the hands with the energy and just separate them a little bit and then bring them back. The sensation of the energy may actually change for you as you stretch. If you don't feel the energy, don't sweat it, just pretend you do. Pretend the energy is swirling, just visualize it. Notice how every pulsing of the hands helps you relax your shoulders, relax your knees, your hips. The more you think about the energy ball and the pulsing, the more you calm your mind and relax. You can also move the ball around if you like. Rotate the hands. Maybe the ball feels different from different angles. Maybe it feels lighter or heavier or thicker. Maybe it feels different as you inhale and as you exhale. The exercise isn't to feel the energy. The exercise is to try to be aware of it and reach for it. That's the exercise. And if you don't feel it, that's a successful exercise. Now bring your left hand and put it right over your dantian. Put it over your tummy or your belly button. And you take the right hand. I'm trying to get a good comparison there. Put the right palm right over the left palm. Find your dantian. Relax the whole body. And this is important. Relax the neck, the shoulder, the arms, the torso, the hips, the thighs, the knees. You only want enough energy in your body to keep you standing. No extra, no extra. It's only a certain amount of muscular tension required. So soften everything down to that level and just relax and breathe. I'm going to go quiet for at least a minute. If you want to relax your arms and maybe take a deep breath. Another deep breath, inhale. Really fill up with vitality and then relax. Oh, dear Coda, I'm going to have to move you, baby. Move, move. Okay, you going to stay there? I don't think you want to stay there. Come on, move. One of my dogs joined us at the end and he didn't want to move. He's a pleasant sort though. I hate to disturb him like that. Okay. What a nice session. Thank you for joining me for it. I feel better. Some principles of Shibashi is try not to give up halfway. Make as many necessary adjustments as you need. Slow down, do fewer repetitions, take a seat and have some water and sit it out. But do your best to try to do all 18 movements. Now, within your doctor's limits and what you know your body should and can do. But even if you only do one movement in each, one repetition, each one of the movements, that's better than trying real hard for 3 or 4 and overdoing it and not finishing. So bear with it, but always stay within your limits and honor that first. Maintain correct posture. We want to keep good posture. The head right over the shoulders and chest in one little straight line. The torso and head stays together, except when we do some of the warm-ups. You turn the torso and the head as one unit without twisting the knees. Actions are relaxed. That is so hard for us to always do. We always want to get involved and do more. We're overachievers. We all are. But we want this to be relaxed. We want it to be different than our overachieving state. So constantly remember to relax your body and be continual in your motion. The more you do it, the more you join me, the more flowing it will become. Have a good environment for this. That doesn't take a lot. Try to be someplace where there's not interrupted with noise, maybe not a dog wandering in like I had happen. Luckily, he's a very calm dog. You only need a little bit of space, maybe 3 feet by 4 feet. So you don't need a lot of space, but have water handy and slowly start learning abdominal breath. It doesn't matter if you breathe into your chest now, but slowly, as I mention it, start trying this abdominal breathing. You can even sit in front of the TV at night and just breathe into your abdomen, your belly, instead of your chest for a minute. Slow and continuously, maybe allowing the exhale to be a little longer than the inhale. First of all, you're going to discover how relaxing it is. It's good practice. Let's see.
Mr. Tai.
Remember, I'm sorry, was there somebody speaking up?
Yeah, this is Tui.
Hi, Tui.
This is okay. Is it when you're moving and your hand is cold?
When your hand is cold?
Yes.
That could be a circulation thing. You know what? I believe that where you focus your mind, energy flows. What I would recommend for you is while you're moving, focus in your mind that you want to send energy to your hand and warm it up.
Okay.
And report back to me if that works, please. I've done it. I've used energy to calm down. I've used energy to warm up. I've used energy in front of my cardiologist to bring my heartbeat down. So let me know if you're able to warm up your hands. And is it both hands or just one?
Only one, my right hand.
You know, do what I suggested. And next time you're at your physician, mention it. You might just have like you know how we get carpal tunnel that pinches nerves. You may have reduced blood flow in that hand. So you might want to mention it to your doctor.
Okay.
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 Remember, take care of yourself first.
Yes, I am.
Tai Chi is therapeutic. So like what Twee and I were just talking about, these motions really do stimulate circulation. So even if you're feeling something like a cold hand, you may find over time you're able to get more blood flowing there and warm it up. I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying that will happen. I'm just saying it's possible with gentle movement, you may move more blood and get it moving at hand, but it's not something you don't take to your doctor too. And of course, I'm recommending that you come back and join me in this practice as often as possible because I like to have a reason to show up and do this. And if you're here waiting on me, I'm going to show up and enjoy the practice with you. So the more times you show up, the more times I get to do the practice too. So thank you for coming today. Get Set Up is a great platform. And if you're enjoying your time at Get Set Up, we want to hear about your experiences. If you want to post it on Facebook, or I'm not going to think of the other names, Twitter and Instagram, please do. Or if you're like me and you just want to share the experience, but you don't want to be bothered posting it yourself, email Liz, Liz at getsetup.io, and she'll post it in her blog. And we'll all get to learn about your experience. Other classes related to this one is Qigong and Slow Flow Yoga. I highly recommend checking them both out. My next classes include Tai Chi for beginners and Tai Chi, why it's great for seniors. If you've not been in the Tai Chi beginners class, please stop in first at Tai Chi for seniors because you're going to get an introduction and a couple of basic forms that'll prepare you for Tai Chi for beginners. Then you come to the beginners class as often as you can. And then of course, come back to Tai Chi Shibashi as often as you're free. I teach, last Friday, I taught my first Kundalini yoga, chair yoga here at Get Set Up. And now I see moving forward, I'm going to be teaching it twice a week, Tuesday nights, Tuesday evenings, and Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So please come in and try Kundalini yoga with me. If you've never heard of it, please come try it. It's really a different animal. It's also a therapeutic practice. And I just learned Friday that in a week, not this coming week, but the next week, I'm going to be teaching 2 chair fitness classes called Sit and Get Fit. So if you want something a little more vigorous, something to kind of get the blood flowing, come join me. Sit and Get Fit with Tai, and we're not going to be getting we're still going to be gentle is what I'm trying to say, but we're going to be a little more vigorous and the movement will be continual. Of course, you can always take a pause, take a rest, but come give it a try with my new classes. And today I'll send out notes to you guys, giving you a list of these movements that we did and some of the basic principles. It'll also include not recommendations, but a list of 3 classes you might want to try. If there are ones I can recommend, I will include them, but sometimes there are things I haven't tried. But I will list 3 things, and maybe it'll spur an interest in you in something. So click on it and go book it. More important to me, please click Get Feedback, and when you get this little box at the bottom, hang on, when you get this little box at the bottom that displays, click 1 to 5 stars. The 5th star is as easy to click as any of the others. That's the session, the class. This is for me, the guide. Again, that 5th star is just as easy to click as any of the others. And you put in comments, things about the class. You know, I want more of it, whatever. the guide. I couldn't see Ty's feet. He needs more light. If you want to, somebody put that in. So I've been very careful to try to get more light on my feet. So your comments do matter. They help us improve. And if you've got anything specific to or in general to get set up, then use this box at the bottom and say, you know, I'm having trouble with this, or I think you could do better if you did that. We want to know ways to improve. So please advise us, because we're all here to serve you. And I'm one of you. I make recommendations too. Now, when you book a class, if you're on your desktop or a tablet, it's going to look like this. And you can click right here and invite a friend. And you know, your friends are going to really appreciate you telling them about Get Set Up. I know everybody I've told about it is thrilled about it. Everybody I've recommended it to have become regulars. So become a hero to your friend, family, neighbor, you know, and invite them to Get Set Up. You can do that by grabbing the link right here. If you click, you'll get the link, and you can create your own email or text message and just send them the link. You can create your own email here. If you're on your mobile, it's going to look a little differently because the screen's smaller, but it's the same thing. Invite a friend. So please consider doing that often. Now, you're part of this community. We all are. And you help the community by making suggestions like new classes. If you really want, that's why we're doing the Sit and Get Fit, because some people ask for it. So if you ask for classes, enough people ask for the same class, Get Set Up will arrange to make sure that class happens for us. So please put in your suggestions. And if you have an interest that doesn't currently have an interest group, maybe you want to car travel. Maybe you really are fascinated by doing road trips, and maybe road trips in the Midwest US. Host an interest group. Find out the other people who have shared that interest, and you're going to learn things from each other. I attended one recently about vegetarian cooking and got some really good recipes and learned about a source of protein that I'd never heard about. And I've been a vegetarian for quite a number of years now, and here's a protein I hadn't heard about. So these interest groups are very useful to us. And it's all, if you host it, you don't have to prepare anything. You just click on the link, come in, say, hello, we're talking today about underwater basket weaving. Who's, you know, what have you been doing with underwater basket weaving? And let the conversation go. If you're associated to any organization, such as an assisted care facility or a senior living organization, a government agency or a community organization that deal with seniors, and you can send us their contact information, please do, because we partner with them. So if you'll send us the contact information to help@getsetup.io, we will reach out to them and see if we can work with them. Currently, there's partner agreements with the state of Washington, Michigan, and New York, and more and lots of smaller organizations. There's a large senior group in Northern Florida that's one of our partners now. So it's growing daily, which is why we keep getting to add more and more classes. So help us grow. The session today was recorded. So if you want a copy of it so you can practice Shibashi in between, please email help and ask them for that, and they'll set you up. And with that being said, I'm going to, give me just a moment. I'm going to have to stop the share for just a minute so I can get over and bring up schedule. Oh, I see what I've got going. Okay. Okay, Pat, I'm going to share this screen and we'll see. We only have a few minutes, but maybe. Okay, there. So what, Pat, what was the question again? I've actually forgotten.
She say your class is a different time.
Oh, that's right. On let's see, this is Sunday. So let's
I
go.
didn't ask the question.
Let me go into classes and I'm going to search for Tai Chi and we'll look and see what I can find out. So this is Tai Chi Shibashi on Sunday. And it looks like, oh, she's right. Look at that. Well, no, wait a minute. That's Sunday, June 6th at 10. And today it was 10. No, 10. You're right. It looks like on June 6th it's at, well, no, today we did 10. So no, it's saying the same time. Today it's at 10. On June 6th it's 10. Maybe you saw Friday, Pat. On Friday it's at 11:30. Let me turn off the.
Thai,
Yeah.
we start at 9 o'clock, not 10.
Probably in your time zone.
Right.
You're in Central Time Zone.
Yes, Central.
Yeah. My times here are in Eastern because I live in Eastern. So yeah, yours would be 9 a.m. and 10:30. So yeah, Get Set Up is really nice to adjust to our local time zone. So, well, looks like it's time to call it quits. So I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Hopefully see you again. I've got a Tai Chi for beginners later today. So maybe I'll see some of you there.
Bye.
Bye.